Hello, hope you are doing well. Today in this video we will be discussing question and answer of chapter 9 King and Chronicles, the Mughal courts. Question number 4, subject history, class 12th. I'm Neha, so let's begin with the video. What were the concerns that shaped Mughal policies and attitude towards regions outside the subcontinent? The Ottomans, pilgrimage and trade. The relationship between Mughal and Ottomans ensured free movement for merchants and pilgrims in territories under Ottoman control. This was especially true for Hijaz, the part of Ottoman Arabia where the important pilgrim centers of Mecca and Medina were located. So, the important Islamic religious areas, centers, Mecca and Medina, were under Ottoman Empire. So, because of good relations between Ottoman Empire and Mughal Empire, so the people, the Islamic people under the Mughal Empire, were able to go for Hijaz as if for as a religious practice or to the religious places, that is Mecca and Medina. Also, there was movement of merchants and pilgrims in territory under Ottoman control. The Mughal emperor combined religion and commerce by exporting essential goods to Aden and Mocha and distributing the proceeds of sales in charity to keepers of shrine and religious men there. So he used to distribute wealth or distribute as charity to the keepers of shrine and religious men there. The Safavids and Kandahar. The political and diplomatic relationships between Mughal kings and neighboring countries of Iran and Turan hinged on the control of frontier defined by Hindu Kush mountains that separated Afghanistan from regions of Iran and Central Asia. A constant aim of Mughal policy was to ward off this potential danger by controlling strategic outposts, notably Kabul and Kandahar. The fortress town Kandahar had initially been in possession of Humayun, reconquered in 1595 by Akbar. The Safavid court retained diplomatic relationship with Mughals. It continued to stake claims to Kandahar. Jahangir sent a diplomatic envoy to court of Shah Abbas in 1613 to plead the Mughal case for retaining Kandahar, but the mission failed to achieve its objectives. Persian army, beside um, Kandahar in 1622, the Mughal garrison was defeated and had to surrender the fortress and the city to Safavids. So this was about the political and diplomatic relationships between the Mughal kings and the countries, that is the neighboring countries, Iran and Turan. Jesuits at Mughal court. European received knowledge about India through accounts of Jesuit missionaries, travelers, merchants, and diplomats. After discovery of sea route to India, the Portuguese merchants set up their trading network stations in coastal regions. So once the sea route was discovered, the Portuguese merchants they set up their trading network stations in coastal region. Portuguese was also interested in spread of Christianity with the help of missionaries of the Society of Jesuits. So missionaries, people with mission to spread their religion, to spread the significance of the religion. So, missionaries of the Society of Jesuits, the Christian missions who sent to India during 16th century were part of this process of trade and empire building. The first Jesuit mission reached the Mughal court of Mughal Emperor Akbar at Fatehpur Ogri in 1580 and stayed here for about 2 years. The Jesuits spoke to Akbar about Christianity and debated its virtues with ulema. Two more missions were sent to Mughal court at Lahore in 1591 and 1595. The Jesuit accounts are based on personal observation and shed light on the character and mind of emperor. At public assemblies, the Jesuits were assigned places in close proximity to Akbar's throne. The Jesuit accounts corroborate the information given in Persian chronicles about state officials and general conditions of life in Mughal times. So, uh, the Jesuit, as if it gives information about the conditions, that is the life conditions, the life of the common people under Mughal times, that is Mughal rules. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.